Hello, my name is Aderonke Akinjobi. I'm a PhD student of John Wesley School of Leadership, Carolina University, and I'm presenting my alignment document for my dissertation. My topic is Navigating Change, Exploring Employees' Experience of Leadership during Digital Transformation. So, my purpose statement is the purpose of this qualitative phenomenological research is to examine the lived experience of employees operating across different hierarchies, working for a senior leader at the initial phase of digital transformation in North Carolina, United States of America. Our background to the problem. Successful digital transformation can significantly improve societal outcomes such as accessibility of products and services to customers, leading to economic growth. However, the failure rate of digital transformation is as high as 90%, resulting in a loss of about 1.3 trillion on a yearly basis in the US. Leaders also fail to transform their organizations effectively. And when this happens, they are unable to compete. And also, of course, they ultimately face extinction. So, because of the rising problem of failure of digitalization, there are concerns from researchers and also within organization as to what to do to address this problem. An analysis of literature also reveals that researchers globally are examining digital transformation from various theoretical angles and also across many industries, and also looking at the evolving phase of digital transformation. However, recent research also shows that organizational change initiatives such as digital transformation fail sometimes due to leadership behavior that promotes employees' negative reaction to change. Therefore, there remains a need for research to explore the lived experiences of employees at various organizational levels who have worked for a senior leader during digital transformation to see what their experience is and how this societal problem can be solved. So gaps and need based on recent research recommendation. One, research has shown that in digital work environments that failed digitalization, aside from other reasons such as lack of social interaction or lack of social support, or probably the individual characteristic of the employee, are very critical to work engagement. Additionally, researchers have examined the role of leadership, particularly the role of transformational leadership in digital transformation, and they have found that leadership plays a critical role in managing digital transformation to achieve organizational success. So for this research, I will be using two models and one theory to address to examine or explore the experiences of lived employees that have worked with a senior leader during the initial phase of digital transformation. I'll be looking at the full range of range leadership model, which was discovered by or developed by Bass and Avolio uh, in 2004. I would also be looking at the Beckard and Harris organizational change model and also the new institutional theory by John Mayer. Also, researchers have argued that in digital transformation, employees' reaction to change, such as resistance, can be a reason for failure of digital change. Some researchers have recommended that future research should explore a certain period of change or a certain type of change to give an holistic perspective to the phenomenon of failed digital transformation. So looking at the full range leadership model, this model considers the three leadership styles: the transformational leadership, transactional, and the laissez-faire leadership style. And it also looks at how this leadership their abilities and their behavior in various work scenarios. Also, the Beckard-Harris descriptive change model has been used as a framework, and it has been beneficial in directing successful transformational initiative. This model has three sub components, such as dissatisfaction, vision, practical first step, and resistance to change. And to achieve change based on this model, three factors, which are dissatisfaction, vision, and initial step, must outweigh the resistance to change. The third theory is the new institutional theory, which was developed by John Mayer. And the new institutional theory has been extensively used in digital transformation to explore many digital features. It has been utilized to analyze organizational change related to technology by considering external factors that affect organizational practices and culture. So I would also be reviewing literature along these four themes. I'm going to consider employee and digital transformation and examine employees' roles during digital change. I'm also be discussing employees' understanding, reception, and engagement during digital transformation. The second theme is change management and leadership effectiveness. I'm going to consider the three types of leadership behavior in the full range leadership model and see how the abilities and behavior in work scenarios affect or influence employees' perception of the change. The third theme is leadership and communication, and then engagement strategies. With this theme, I'll be examining how leaders communicate the vision and the goal, and how this communication influence employees' willingness to engage in digital initiatives. The fourth theme is organizational support system and resource allocation. With this theme, I'll be examining how employees perceive resource allocation and interventions that the organization has put in place, such as training, while navigating the digital chain. The problem statement is it is not known how employees operating across different hierarchies describe their lived experience of working for a senior leader during the initial phase of digital transformation. I will be considering two research questions. The first one is, how do employees from various hierarchical levels perceive and describe their experience of leadership during the onset of digital transformation? And the second one is, in what ways do employees' perception of senior leadership contribute to the adaptation and response to early stage of digital transformation initiative? The population I'll be considering, the general population of interest is about 4.7 million employees of organizations in North Carolina, US. My target population will be employees of organizations that have undergone digital change in the US in the last 3 to 5 years and also belong to a LinkedIn group. The final sample will be between 10 to 15 employees. The proposed study will use a qualitative methodology, and this qualitative methodology is appropriate because it reveals how employees perceive their experiences by observing the individuals, their circumstances, and the phenomena. So I would be using a qualitative research methodology. My research design is a phenomenological research design, and that is what I'm going to use for the study, because a phenomenological research design highlights the lived experiences of individuals with diverse perspectives concerning their experience. And since my research is focused on the lived experience of employees that have undergone or experienced digital change under a senior leader, this research design is appropriate because it would help to explore and understand their lived experience at the initial stage of digital transformation. For my data collection, I'll be using the semi-structured interview, and of course with the option of asking follow-up questions, which will enable the participants to share further details about the experience. In my data collection plan, I intend to get the necessary ethical approval before I proceed in administering or interviewing the participant. So I'm going to seek site permission from the LinkedIn group administrator. I'm also going to seek for IRB approval before I invite participants from the social media, which is the LinkedIn group. So the first step is I will develop an interview guide and also get an expert panel to review the interview guide. I would also perform a few interview questions so that I practice my interviewing skills before I begin to interview the participants. The participants would also be motivated or given incentive to participate in the research. And while inviting them, I would of course send them an informed consent form for them to fill and sign off. And I would also share with them the study purpose, the procedure, and the potential risk if there's any. After scheduling the interview, I'm going to record their responses, using a recording device. I would also transcribe the interview and then compile the clean data and then ask all the participants to also check the transcript to ensure, this is called member checking, to ensure that I have actually collected the right information from them. In my sampling, I intend to use purposive sampling for this research study because I want to ensure that I select the appropriate sample in this research. This is appropriate for small sample sizes, which will allow me as a researcher to spend more time to gather the detailed information from the participants. In analyzing my data, I'll be using the Amedio Giorgio's 5-step analysis, which would help to reveal the deliberate actions on conduct of the phenomenon, and then understand the participants' emotions, their ideas, and their first-person accounts based on their own perception. The data analysis plan, um, like I mentioned, is the Amedio Gigio 5-step analysis, and this is how I'm going to analyze the responses of the participants. So talking about this dissertation, I believe that this dissertation will contribute to knowledge regarding digital transformation management. However, as a human resources manager, I am sure that this dissertation will impact on my career in the sense that it would, of course, give me in-depth understanding of change dynamics, and also it would also increase my knowledge about change management strategies. It will also help me in designing leadership training programs to better equip leaders, and also help me to create strategies to improve employee engagement and well-being, and also the development of policies and practices that would support successful digital transformation. Thank you.